If you're trying to pay off your mortgage faster, you might be making a $300,000 mistake. And the worst part is, it feels like the responsible thing to do because the bank designed your mortgage so you think that you're getting ahead, when for the first 10 years, you're barely moving the needle. So here's what no one tells you as a Canadian. In some cases, paying off your mortgage early actually makes you poorer. And in others, it could be the smartest financial move that you'll ever make. So in the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly when each one is true. Because if you get this wrong, you stay stuck for decades. But if you get it right, this is where your wealth actually starts. Let's go. When you sign on the dotted line for a mortgage, every payment has two pieces. We have principal, which is what you actually owe, and then interest is what the bank makes on you. And the bank's dirty little secret is they stack that interest up front. So in the early years, the bank is pocketing almost all of your payments, and only a small portion is actually chipping away at your debt. You think you're making progress, but in reality, you're mostly feeding the bank's pocket. And this is exactly why so many homeowners feel stuck. 5 or 10 years into the mortgage and the balance, it's barely moved. But that's not on you. That's how the system is designed. The key to flipping the script and beating the bank, it's simple. The faster you attack principal early, the less interest that you're gonna pay over the life of the mortgage. So every extra dollar you put towards your mortgage early has a massive impact later on. It's like compound interest in reverse. Small extra incremental payments early turn into a huge savings over the life of the mortgage. Let's flip the coin and talk investing. Historically, markets have delivered around 7 to 8% after taxes over a 30-year average. Think S&P 500. That's not guaranteed every year, but it's been the average, the pattern over time. So if you locked in a low mortgage rate like 2 to 4% and you can invest at 7%, investing wins on paper. Your money is working harder for you in different avenues. But when your mortgage rate climbs to 5, 6, 7% like we've seen in the years past, that decision gets tighter. Putting extra money towards your mortgage, it becomes a guaranteed return equal to your rate. No volatility, no stress, just a clean return. And for a lot of Canadians, that certainty matters. There's value to it. But here's where most people get it wrong, in my opinion. They think it's an either or decision. Pay off the mortgage or invest. That's not how wealth is built. Wealth is built by using both strategically, because your mortgage is not just debt. If used properly, it becomes a financial tool. And if you use it strategically, it can accelerate your wealth building. The key is understanding how to balance to get the guaranteed return of paying down your mortgage with the potential upside of investing. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but there are guidelines that can point you in the right direction. Now, there's another critical piece to this, which is time. The longer your time horizon is, the more powerful investing becomes, because compounding is your friend. If you invest consistently over 20 or 25 years, that growth starts to accelerate. The earlier you start and the longer you stay invested, the bigger the result. But if you're near the end of your mortgage with 5 or 10 years left, the decision, it becomes tighter. You simply don't have as much time for compounding to work in your favor. So here are 2 simple rules to guide you through all of this. The lower your mortgage rate, the more it's gonna make sense to invest. The longer your time horizon, the more it makes sense to invest. But there's one factor that never shows up on a spreadsheet, doesn't matter how much AI you use: peace of mind. For some people, having the house paid off with no payments and no stress, it's worth everything, more than any market can get them. And that matters. But if your goal is to build wealth faster, retire earlier, and create more options for your family, you need to think bigger than just a paid off house. Now, if you decide to focus on paying down your mortgage faster, there are a few simple strategies that I've been chatting about for years now. We have bi-weekly versus monthly, which will end up making one extra payment each year. Add an extra $100 to $200 to your principal each month. We have power of the paycheck, which is probably the most powerful strategy out there that's not used. These strategies are so simple, but so extremely powerful, especially early in your mortgage. But at the end of the day, it's not just about paying it off faster. It's about the role that your mortgage is going to play in your overall wealth plan. The goal is not just to be mortgage free and clear. The goal is financial freedom. Let me say it again. The goal is financial freedom. And those are not always the same thing. Sometimes the fastest path to financial freedom means keeping your mortgage and investing instead. It's a different way of thinking that we're not normally conditioned to do, but it's going to change everything. So if you take one thing away from this quick video, make it this. Your mortgage is not the enemy. It's one of the most powerful financial tools you have if used intentionally. I see it all the time that people try to eliminate it as fast as possible, but the wealthy, they use it to build more wealth. If you want to learn how to turn your mortgage into a wealth building machine, that's exactly what I break down on my channel here on YouTube, because strategy, it beats rate every single time. And when you get the strategy right, everything will change like this. When you're done with this one, go watch my last video where I break down refinancing and what it means to you today. I'll see you there.